Damn right. And you're gonna make a difference.
This one comes with a basic sort of digital package.
Hey, you can make money off my name, make it, okay?
You got the power to change lives, right?
Hello and welcome to the Barry J. McDonald podcast. If you're interested in creating your own digital product or just want to learn more, you're in the right place. Whether you're just starting out or have been working on your digital product for a while, we hope that our podcast will provide valuable insights and inspiration to help you on your journey. Take it away, Barry.
Hi, this is Barry here. So how do I measure the effectiveness of my training program? Well, there's a couple of very simple things that you can do, and that is just to gather information from the buyers who bought the product. How did they get on with it? You could ask them questions like, after going through the training program, is there anything maybe that I left out, or anything maybe that I could have explained better, or maybe shown you something else that could have improved the product? Sometimes, even though we want to create the best training product ever, sometimes we have kind of blind spots that our audience and our buyers will, show to us. So when it comes to your training program, I always recommend thinking of it as something that is constantly going through improvement. There's always going to be another version of it. So you're always going to make it better. So the first training product you do create, it's not going to be the best one ever. But when you do get people running through it, when you find out, well, this works for me, this didn't work for me, or could you explain this better for me? You'll find that the next group of people that will go through the training product will find it a lot better because you've made those slight improvements. So not only is it a way of finding out how effective your training program is by actually talking to your buyers, but it is also another way to improve it. Now, another thing I would say to you is that when you are selling digital products, as hard as it is to accept sometimes you will find people will give you the money for your product and never actually use it. And I know what that's like because I know myself from creating digital products regularly. Sometimes when I go back through the videos just to have a look and see, well, how many people actually viewed the videos, I find that maybe if there was 100 people who bought the product, you might find, you wouldn't find 100 views on every video. So you'll know then straight away, well, not everybody is actually using the content. And in the beginning, sometimes I used to feel a little bit guilty about that. I used to feel, well, they didn't use the product. I don't feel right collecting that money from them. Maybe I should give it back. But thankfully, I wised up because you will find that people sometimes get this dopamine effect where they love buying things, but they don't actually take action on the content. So when it comes to your effectiveness of your training program, be aware that some people will never ever use it, will never get back to you, and you'll never actually know, well, is there anything we could improve? Is there anything I could have done better? And sometimes those people will never use whatever version of that product you create because they're just not action takers. They like spending the money and they feel that spending the money and having that product makes their lives better or makes their business better, but it doesn't really unless they actually take action on the content in it. So be aware of that too when you are selling products. Not everybody's going to use your product, no matter how great it is. So again, when it comes to measuring effectiveness, you can maybe set up some Q&As where you get back in touch with your audience, maybe email them back and ask them how did they get on with it. Is there anything that you can improve? You can maybe set up maybe a small survey, maybe as a Google Docs, where you can have that maybe on the download page and just ask, how did they think of the product after they had gone through it all? Is there anything they could improve? And again, too, ask your audience questions like, what was your life like beforehand and how has it improved since then? If it was maybe a weight loss product, you can say, well, what was your health like beforehand and what is your weight loss like now? So, those before and afters will give you an idea of how powerful your product is, the difference you've made in those people's lives. So again, think along those lines as well too. What are their lives like beforehand and what are their lives like afterwards? Again, too, it'll give you an idea. Sometimes, the picture we have in our head of the big difference we're going to make, it mightn't be as big, or you might find that you're actually making a bigger difference in people's lives than you realize from that digital training product. So it is a great way of measuring the effectiveness is by asking your audience, and as well too, it's a great way of getting testimonials. A great way of people, giving you those testimonials with saying, my life sucked beforehand, my life is amazing afterwards since I bought that product. But be aware, some people will buy the product and never ever use it, and it has no reflection on you. It's just the person themselves. they're not the type of people who will take action on it. They like spending the cash, but unfortunately they won't take any action on that. So bear that in mind too as well. So those are the kind of things I would think about if I was trying to measure the effectiveness of my training program. Am I taking them from where they were over to this ideal place that they want to be? And if I got them there, well, then I know then for a fact that my digital training product was really effective for them. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.
Discover how to finally make money while you sleep. Click on the link in the show notes now for your free copy of Digital Cash. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.